Hello and welcome to today's daily education here at Forex.Academy. My name is Robert Blackwell and I have the pleasure today to walk you through today's daily educational video. Before we do so, please consult the following disclaimer. There is, of course, always inherent risk when trading the financial markets. And the topic of conversation for our daily education today is going to be trading precious metals. So we're going to specifically be looking at three markets: trading the price action charts of the gold market, the silver market, and as well the platinum market, also very correlated as a precious metal. So let's consult, of course, our JFX trading platform. As you can see, I have these three markets open down at the bottom. So I'll just annotate this with you guys so we can walk through some trading opportunities together. Just a point of reference, it might not be something you've thought of before, and that's fine, but platinum is a very, very tradable commodity as well as a precious metal. So if you can't see those opportunities as well, do look at these different opportunities across correlated pairs. So we have, first of all, gold, then we have silver, which is XAG USD, and then we have XPT USD to the dollar is platinum. Okay, these three markets here. So we'll discuss the first and, of course, most common, the gold market. Now, this is the price action chart. Of course, if I zoom out, you can see we have some analysis there. Let me just delete that. You can see, guys, we have, of course, quite a trend, most recent to the downside in the gold market. That is, of course, as a result of this new US dollar strength that has came into the market over the last 3 months. Okay, so we've effectively seen very good trading opportunities as a result. We had a level of price consolidation. And then effectively, when do we get the breakout? Well, it's, of course, this signal right here. We get the breakout of this candle. And again, we get some volatility with correlative price congestion here before we get continuation. But effectively, guys, there's some very good trends in this market. As you can see, we have a series of lower lows here, really can't break new highs, and then we go to the downside. Okay, so effectively, we're at this inflection point when we're coming up to these levels here. Is there much room to go for the next resistance level? So what I'd like to do is just remove this analysis for the gold market again, put in our resistance level just at this, and see how important it is, guys. Really zoom out to see how important it is just as an inflection point for this market. So we're almost there to these levels. And as well, if we're effectively looking for potential buying opportunities in the gold market, well, you can see, guys, well, we are effectively in this kind of upward curvature, albeit more relative price action is very weak. But again, the long-term level might add up to stack up to have a full fan trade to the upside here. Okay, if you can see that price action there. So do bear that in mind. Now, the reason, of course, you can look at correlative markets is, of course, for trading signals to give you a clue where to price action may move more relative in the future. So let's zoom in on the daily price action for all of these markets. We'll look at the gold market again. We can see over the last 2 weeks, if we zoom in on the weekly price action, guys, it has been trading to the downside. And again, there is relative price action there on the daily candlesticks. How is silver trading? Now, you can see a real difference in this market. Okay, although these are very, very correlated, silver and gold, of course, share a correlation around 82. They are effectively, they do share a completely different volatility. You can see, guys, we've had such a level of consolidation in this market. And again, we had quick bursts to the upside again as this market reached highs in the gold market as well. But we've had a real break to the downside in the gold market, and the silver market really doesn't seem to want to move in the same way. For reasons unknown, of course, they trade separately, although correlated. So do price that in as well. This isn't really the leading factor. You could look to spread these markets, of course. If you believe the gold trade is weaker, you could look to sell gold and potentially buy silver. Again, over the medium to long term, if both markets trade to the downside, given your analysis that gold is weaker, you could effectively do a spread trade. So you're looking for perhaps 600 euros in the gold market. You'll probably take around a 350 euro loser, but again, you have that correlation, so it's a hedge, it's a safe trade investment. Okay, so that is one option that you could look to trade in terms of spreading these markets, and gives you some confidence in terms of trading strategy. Okay, something you might not have thought of trading again is the platinum market. I really wanted to bring it to your attention because, well, I trade it personally myself quite frequently, and again, it it is trending really, really nicely at the moment. You can see, guys, there's a lot less volatility in the platinum market. If you can see, look at the silver. I mean, the candlestick structure of the silver market's very difficult to trade in terms of defining the trend. But the platinum market is really just trending to the downside. And again, it is stacking up for a long-term trade. If I zoom out, guys, we've had a real reversal from just over a 1,000 level when we broke the 1,000, okay? We've had a real reversal from this 1,000 level. Then we had it come back up, touching the level, and again, now we're in this bearish trend. So look, let's just remove this analysis and zoom in on the price action, guys. You can see, guys, how this is trending so succinctly for us. And again, if you want to consult a price channel, that might be something you'd like to trade there. Again, doesn't mean you're looking for long-term trade opportunities as well. That could be your analysis, but you might simply look to have quick, short opportunities if you get touches to these levels for some price action, okay? But looking at the trend, you can see, guys, it simply wants to trade to the downside with a series of lower highs each time. So there's real momentum in this market, and that's what we should be trading as traders, momentum trades across these different markets. So again, just looking at the correlation, guys, you can see gold is trading weak. It's very weak trading to the downside. Again, the US dollar strength is moving this market. Platinum is another market which really trending to the downside, and given the correlations now ever so tight with those two markets. And again, if you're looking for some stability, you could look to trade the silver market as well, but it's just lagging. Again, that could be a potential opportunity for you, given the fact that these other two correlated markets, 1 and 3, let's say gold and platinum, have moved to some extent to the downside, but this is just lagging perhaps. Well, that could be something to say, well, I'm shorting this market now at this price with the stop loss just above the break candle, which is this candle today. Okay, and then because this is lagging, this has much more to go in terms of catching up. So you're starting to use, a bit of understanding of how correlated these markets are to get some trade ideas across and develop a strategy. Okay, so really good opportunity in the current time for the gold, precious metals, the gold, silver, platinum trades. Again, considering the US dollar is moving, these markets are moving in conjunction with the currency pair. So that brings us to the end of today's daily educational video here at Forex Academy. Thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.